Howdy folks, Stray74 here. Welcome back to the basement of Solitude. Hasn't been a whole hell of a lot going on other than I've been working, well, I was working for about 14 months, almost 15 months. You know, 10-hour a day job, 2 hours of driving every day, 50 hours a week. I was almost never home. I never had any energy to do any more serious updates, so my channel's been kind of lingering. Well, I got canned. Reasons, I'm not going to go into them, but it gave me a little bit of time to think. And since I'm not working, I haven't been drinking, because drinking is a relax after work kind of thing, not a I'm really depressed and don't want anything, because if I start drinking, I don't know if I could stop. So I know my limits. I'm not doing that. So I've been really bored and looking for other things to do in addition to looking for work. So I decided to check out my channel's analytics. YouTube's got a whole big thing on how to analytics thing, and I haven't figured it out because I haven't bothered. So I went through my list of videos and looked at number of views, and I have 8 videos that broke the 1,000 view mark. The top 8 in order is 9mm on a Lee Pro 1000, which long since broke, and I've replaced it with my Dylan. You can probably, hang on just one second, I gotta move that other way. You can probably see right here, this big blue thing, that's my Dylan. As far as why I have a Dylan, well, at the time I bought my Dylan, I had a really good job that paid almost $60,000 a year. I could afford the Dylan. Now, with Ammo-mageddon 2.0, or 2021, depending on how you want to look at it, I can't afford to reload. Yes, I have some reloading supplies left, but I can't afford to reload. I can't afford to go shooting, because if I shoot, I'll have to reload the ammo, and then I won't have any more supplies. So, down in the description, you'll see a paypal.me link. If you want to donate to the channel, have something you want me to reload, I reload for 13 different calibers. Almost 14, but that's another story. Let me run down the list here. In number 2 spot with the 9mm on Lee Pro 1000 had 11,000 views. That's more than all of my other videos combined. Number 2 spot is the Mechtech carbine conversion unit, now with shooting, at 4,500 views. Followed quickly by the original Mechtech carbine conversion unit video at 3,700. Resizing and repriming on the rockchucker. I don't remember what caliber that was. I didn't look. 3,500, 3.5. My foundry meltdown. I still want to know what happened. I'm pretty sure somebody threw a chunk of magnesium in there when I wasn't looking, but I can't prove it. The foundry meltdown video had 2,800 views. That was building, running, and then the aftermath. Then Combustible Paper Cartridge Part 2 at 2,300. The 1858 cylinder swap video, where I take this part, where I take this and, well, antique or archaic, yeah, archaic firearm and swap the cylinders. And yes, I just reached under my desk to grab this because legally this is not a firearm. It doesn't have to be secured. Nobody comes to my room anyway. It's always locked. I do want to show you something involving the 1858 in a minute. The last of the top 8 videos is the Combustible Paper Cartridges Part 3 at 1.4 thousand views, 1,400 views. That's out of a total of 106. With this video, it'll be 107 videos on my page. 8 of them broke 1,000 views. 16 were between 100 and 900 views, and the rest are single to low double digits. So the conclusion is all of my popular videos are either gun or gun related or reloading videos. Like I said, that takes money. Please send me money. I'm more than happy to reload. If you have a particular load you like and you want me to take it to the range and shoot it, give me money, and I'll give it a try if I can get the parts for it. Most of what I have is strictly for plinking. Extreme bullets, which are lead core with compressed copper powder casing. Least expensive projectile I could find at the time. They go bang. They put holes in paper. I no longer have a range I can shoot steel at. Like most of my shooting videos are out at the fire break, which is a mile in that direction. Well, it no longer exists. That land got bought out by a concentrated animal farm about 5 years ago, but everybody in the area fought it. Good for them. My well is only 48 feet deep. A concentrated animal farm would have ruined it. The next layer of the aquifer is 8,000 feet down. That's a hell. If they were willing to drill my well that deep, hell, I'd have voted for it. They did not. So they sold the land to a solar farm who ripped out every tree, every bush, every stick, twig, and root and flattened the entire area. Each one of those squares is a mile on a side. So we're talking on one side of the road alone, about 8 square miles. And that's the small area where the fire break used to be. The other side of the road was 4 times the size. All of the trees are gone. All of them. So if I want to shoot, I've got to go to the county range, which has very limited facilities. You may notice my voice is kind of rough. Changing weather, my nose is running down the back of my throat. Throat is irritated. And yes, I keep looking down here at my laptop instead of up here at the camera. Sorry, a little bit out of the habit. I used to have a post-it note behind the camera saying, "Look here, dummy." Anyway, the shooting range has very limited facilities. It can accommodate 16 shooters at a time at 8 lanes. 4 of them are 25-yard lanes, 2 of them are 50-yard lanes, and the other 2 lanes are 100 yards. It's set up so the parking lots here, the pistol ranges at 25 yards are first, and they're like 20 yards between them. Actually, I think it's more than that. Way out at the other end is the long range, 100 yards. Rifle lanes, all 2 of them. Like I said, you could have 4 shooters there, 1 on either side of the bench, as long as somebody doesn't mind shooting left-handed. I'm left-eye dominant, so it really wouldn't bother me much. Still kind of bothers me, but not much. So, it's free, it is on the far side of town, and ammo costs money. You want me to shoot? Give me money, I'll go shoot. I don't like to take a lot when I go because, you know, walking 100 yards out to the end of the range, especially when it's hot and humid out, it won't kill me, but I just don't like doing it. If I can't take it all in one shot, you know, I don't want to carry that much. So 2, 3 rifles, 2, 3 pistols, and the ammo, it's the most I want to take out to a range at a time. That, and it is limited facilities. There's a lot of people that want to use them. It's inconsiderate to take X number of firearms, more than 10, and spend all day shooting when other people want to use the free facilities. So I try and keep it limited. I usually only take 2 or 3 tops. One of the problems I did have last time I took a camera out there is random people wanting to talk while I'm trying to film. So there is a little bit of that going on. Now, if I'm in one of the first 4 shooting lanes, people are walking by, they're talking, oh hey look, this idiot's got a camera, let's go shake it. I literally had to delete an entire shooting video because people would not leave my camera alone. One guy tried to take off with it. He tripped over the camera. Didn't break it. Came close though. So that's one of the reasons I haven't been going there to shoot a lot, because people. I'm good at a lot of things. Certified diesel mechanic, auto mechanic, motorcycle mechanic, carpenter, plumber, electrician, computer consultant, network engineer, customer service representative, technical service representative at IBM. That was back in 2000. I've been a professional cook most of my life. I worked at a 3-star restaurant. I was a truck driver for 17 years. A ditch digger and a stay-at-home dad a couple of times. So, I've written science fiction most of my life. No, I haven't published any of it because I don't think it's worth reading. I write because I need it to write. That's something else. So I can do just about anything I put my hands to. A couple of months ago. No, like 2 months ago. Brakes on my car is getting really bad. One of the idiots at work made a comment, hey, your brakes are squealing. Nice car. Went home. Got the parts from AutoZone. Took my time. Going slow. It took me a half hour to do the first side. I was in no hurry. It was the weekend. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't want to go anywhere. Went over to the other side. Decided I wanted to go in and watch some YouTube videos. Took me 15 minutes. Pull the tire. Pull the caliper. compress the pistons, replace the pads, replace the rotor, put it back together, put the wheel back on, drop the car, torque everything down, go spin the car around a couple of times, come back, hit it with the torque wrench again to make sure that it was all done. Less than a full hour, and I wasn't hurrying. And yes, I have an air compressor and a high lift jack out in my garage. I got a lot of tools out there. Problem is, most of them ain't mine. They're my brother's. I'm going to be, I can show you this. I'm going to be rebuilding my forge. This is a Frosty T-Burner. And I need to drill the hole, clean this off because it's got oil all the heck over it. In any case, drill the hole, mount the MIG tips, tip 1. Oh yeah, I remember what that's for. That's for a different project. But I need to mount the MIG tip, and then this is ready to go. That's all I gotta do is mount the MIG tip so that I can get gas through it, and this is ready to go. The rest of the forge is going to be made out of, surprise, surprise, a propane tank and KO wool, because I already had those. When my stimulus check money came through, I bought some 100 HT ceramic coating to go over my KO wool. This should make my forge last 3 times as long. I got one good season out of that before I had to rebuild it. I got another season out of it the next year, and it was just the cement I was using just was not up to par, and it broke down rather quickly, so it's been sitting for a while. So forge stuff coming again, if you're even interested in that. But like I said, according to the stats, you guys like my reloading stuff. I've got black powder stuff to talk about. I just had, give me a second, I gotta unbutton the thing. I just had my 1858 out, and I've got something new for this. I'm gonna set it up just off camera here a little bit. I've gotten into 3D printing. My most recent video was printing little mech figurines for Battletech. Well, this is something that I printed for reloading. This is a box, really, for my combustible paper cartridges. I'm not sure if that's going to focus very well. No, it's not going to focus very well. Anyhow, let me get this out here. There are 2 of these cappers in the back of the box. You can see those down here. And then you have 6 little caverns for my combustible paper cartridges that I was making the other day. Now, there's the incredibly nice guy from Hungary who makes wooden versions of these, and they're like 25 cents or $25 plus shipping and handling. It's like 13 bucks shipping and handling. I can 3D print these out of PLA. PLA isn't very good for out in daylight or high heat. And the only reason I'm using PLA is because it's what I have. If you want me to use ABS or PETG, give me the money so I can buy the roll. I prefer Amazon Basics. I use the 1 kilogram rolls just because that's what my printer is rated for. But so I have these boxes for my combustible paper cartridges, and that's really hard to see. Okay, there it is, a little better. But you get the idea. Well, I made 6 of these boxes. Each one's got 6 shots each. I need a better way to carry them. I couldn't find something that would carry them, so I remembered seeing, and matter of fact, I have one of those belt loop shotgun shell holders where you can put them in and out through the top of the holder. I thought that was nifty. Well, how about something to do that with this? Didn't exist. I took 2 years of drafting in high school. I spent about 30 seconds planning it out in my head, hit this with a pair of calipers to get the dimensions off it, and said, screw it, I'll just make one. 3D modeling software has come a very long way since I was in high school 30 years ago. I had to enlist a friend that could use the program so that I can make this. I will eventually figure out how to do it on my own. But this goes inside of this. You can see the belt loop here. You can see, well, it's kind of washed out, but you can see 6 boxes stacked up. Let me take all of them out here. Yes, I know it's all white, so it's really hard to see. And I replaced this bulb here. This used to be only a 40-watt bulb. It was kind of dim. Then again, you could say so am I. But now it's a 75-watt bulb, and it's kind of washing out. But if and or when I redo this, you see the belt loop thing here. Actually, let me do it this way so you can. It's a little brighter. Aha, there we go. I want to make this thickness more. I want the opening to stay the same, but I want the material for this to be thicker. I'm not sure that's going to be strong enough, but that's why I'm printing in PLA. This is a test piece. This is ultra fine definition with 100% fill, and this has got some heft to it. But they just stack right in there. I don't have anything on the top for retention. So if you tilt it at all, they will fall out. And with this on your belt, it is possible for them to jiggle out. I do have one other box like these, but it is significantly taller. So there's a little bit of a story involved with these. These originally started off as a 36 caliber box. I had to put it into Cura, increase its size by a minimum of 122.22%. I ended up going with 124 because it's a little bit bigger and I like a little bit of leeway. But that made this top, as you can see, stick way the hell up. Well, I don't want to throw this away. There's no reason to throw this away. So what I did... let me get it open. Is I then shortened the top by 1/3. You can see how it doesn't quite stick up quite so far. So this is the original 124% top, and this is the, well, it's still 124% top, but it's also shortened by about that much. Other than that, these should be interchangeable. Yeah. So, there. Maybe if I just reprint the lid, I can just toss the lid. Add that to my list of stuff to do. Anyhow. So I'm printing these boxes. And I've got a carrier holder that I designed and I printed on my 3D printer over here. You can probably hear it going in the background. Let me put this stuff back here. I've got a notepad up over my OBS screen, so I have no idea how long I've been babbling. So yeah. Anyhow, that's all I got for you today. You like my reloading and gun stuff videos? More than happy to do that. I just have to be able to afford to reload. You want more shooting videos? I need the ammo to reload so I can go shooting. I'm also still taking questions for 20 questions, which nobody's asked. I mean, there was that one guy that asked me if I was stupid, and, well, I've got a registered IQ of 149, so no, I'm not stupid. Anyhow, that's all I got for you tonight. I will catch you next time.